Hey guys, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to show up and take a look at create sales pages in 15 minutes or less. Now, if you're like me, you absolutely hate trying to create a sales page in copy. Now, I'm really good at copywriting. I mean, I've done a lot of comp courses and English courses in college. I'm sure you guys have too. I hate writing copy. Just hate it. For one thing, it's time consuming. It really frustrates me because I'm trying to come up with something clever to say, and it's, wordsmithing is difficult. Anyone else have that problem? I mean, is anyone a copywriter in this group? Or does everyone, Paul says, oh yeah. So we have these problems. I can write copy. I just hate to do it. Now, the workaround for this is, well, we create graphical products. And the problem is that what's out there that's truly inexpensive? Well, graphical problems, we're talking about Photoshop and some of these high-end graphics problems, they're expensive. Plus, there's a steep learning curve. They're really overkill because you've got a product that professional graphic artists use, and you're just trying to get a sales page put together and put some neat little graphics on it. You're not looking for a $700 product or paying whatever it is for Photoshop on a monthly basis. You just want something that you can crank out some really nice looking graphics, put together a sales page, maybe add in a little copy of your own, and you just want to create it fast. You don't have to spend hours creating a sales page. Well, there's absolutely an inexpensive solution, and I've come up with it in this product called Graphix Magic. It runs as a desktop application, so it runs in Windows. Sorry guys, if you're on a Mac or you're on a Linux, it doesn't work on your systems. I'm sorry, but it's just the software, and you can run it if you're if you're running Apples and you have an Intel processor with Parallels or VMware or something like that. I don't support those. So if you pick this product up and you have a Mac, it'll probably work, but I don't support you. So anyway, here's the interface. It runs, I'll just show you right here. It runs right on your desktop. So there's the desktop. And you've got 4 buttons here: create, tutorial, support, and exit. We're going to go over tutorials. I want to show you exactly what the tutorials are. Okay, this is the tutorial page for the product. So there's a couple of YouTube videos. And here's what's really, really neat. Here is a complete sales page, and it tells you what a module of this program to use to put your sales page together. So here's a template that's right out of the box. So right here, here's headlines, here's copy, here's bullet point. Now, I don't have the eCover Creator. I may go ahead and offer that later on. I'm not offering that right now. Here's some, another copy. Here's a bullet. Here's a testimonial, guarantee, another copy, and then the bullet. Okay, so when we go out and we just want to make some graphics very quickly and not have to mess around with a whole lot of nonsense, this is what pops up with the graphics maker. Now, to create a headline, this is the headline you get. So you can change the font. See, we can just do this in here, make it different. You can change the size just by sliding it. You can just double click in it to change it. Same thing with these big blocks. So and you can move them around if you'd like. And then you can do background off, background on. I just keep the background on. When this saves your graphic down, it saves it as a transparent PNG. So you don't have to save a graphic. and go out to a graphics program or go out to something like Snagit or a screen capture and drop out the background. You know how, you want a transparent background so that it looks nice, fits in with the background and not have this big old blob of white, especially if your background, let's say, is not white. So transparent PNG saves it automatically. You don't have to worry about it. And, you can add doodles. So we can do an underline doodle. And all we have to do is do something like this, change it over. Probably want to make that a little bit shorter. Then I want to do like a yellow swipe. And I'll just stick that right there. Now I want to do a really big yellow swipe. Get real crazy. So we'll put that, well, let's bring it down a little bit. Very powerful stuff. Arrows. We can change the size of them. We can compress them. We can make them a little skinnier, and then you can move it around. Hey, even if you're a knob, you can do this. Insert here. So pretty cool. I mean, that is really powerful. And then all you have to do is just click the green button, and it fires an instance of it where you can save it. You can save as, you can just do a save, and then it saves it automatically as a PNG, as we talked about. You want to rename this, obviously, because they're all going to be named snapshots. So you want to name it your own special name. So we have a headline creator. We have a copy creator. So you can go ahead and put your copy in here, and you can put your subheadline. You can put your text. You can add text, just add another paragraph down in here. On the copy creator, it only goes to the bottom of the page. So if you have more copy, all you have to do is just get rid of this particular block up here, get rid of the subheadline, and move your copy up, and then you just basically stack them. It's just that simple. Very powerful, very quickly. You can produce this stuff. And so we can change the lines, as you can see here. I'm just going to drop this out. Click on the lines. You see the lines disappear. The lines are there. Changes. So you've got some flexibility, and then of course you can change your font again. Arial, Tahoma, Impact. So you get an idea of how powerful this is. Headline creator, copy creator, bullet creator. So now we can add bullets. We can just say, put your bullet list here. And you can change the header, different colors. And you can change the bullets. You can see the checks, funny face, pluses, little heart, stars, bullseyes, X's, little blue bullets, stars. So tons and tons of things. You can add bullets. And if you're adding a whole bunch of bullets, you can resize this window. You can add up to 15 bullets. I would say not to add that many. It gets a little convoluted. When we get down here to the 15th bullet, you'll get a, right here, maximum 15 bullets can be added. So you can add a bunch of bullets, and all you have to do to change your text in here is put your list here. It's just that simple. Of course, you can delete bullets. We'll get rid of those bullets. And you can do this as many times as you'd like. So, and you have a button creator, so your product name, and these are Belcher type buttons. Belcher type buttons, if you don't know Belcher buttons, Barry Belcher was a guy who developed these buttons years ago. They are known to convert. So you can produce your own buy button, And you can change the text. You can change the color of the button. You can change the text on that. You can say, buy now. And you can add your payment links down here. So if you have PayPal, if you use American Express, you can just check these boxes. If you don't want to add any, they go away. And then, of course, just the green button will save, your graphic. You can change the backgrounds on this too. It's just basically clicking them, and they change as you saw. Have a guarantee creator. This is really cool. So I can change, see the guarantee up in here changing, all kinds of different kinds of guarantees. I really like this one. You can change the border color. You see it going from silver. I can blue, red. Red really fits in with this very nicely. I can change the background to a yellow. That works. And then you can change the text. All you have to do is, is just click, move it around, add what you want, and save it. And there is your guarantee. You can change the text also, color. So if you want a block to stand out, no questions, no hassles, whatever, you can change that text, that color. But it's just so simple. And then the last one is the testimonial creator. So we can, to change the font on this, we can just simply, we have a slider. We can slide this out. And then we can say, Warriors love my products. And then you can actually drop in a picture if you have a picture of the person. So you can go out and you can grab a picture. No one has ever seen me since 2007, so I'm gonna finally reveal what I actually look like. If I can find my picture down in here. Okay, here we are. Here's my picture. So now you see exactly how, what I look like. And you can frame it. So we can put a dark frame around it, put a square frame, no frame. We can do backgrounds, change the backgrounds out on these. We can change the header colors again. That blue I really like. I think that's more of a purple, but there's the blue. And then let's just say I want to change that text to white so that it stands out a little bit more. We can change the text in here from what the person actually said, put their name in, and their, whatever their website is or their position. And then, of course, we can save it again. It's a transparent PNG. Saves down as a transparent PNG. Okay, so that's basically how the product works. It fires on your desktop, and you fire these modules, and then you create any of these modules that you want. Headlines, copy creator, bullet, button creator, guarantee creator, and testimonial creator. Okay, any questions so far? Questions, concerns, comments? Anything? Nada? Quiet bunch? Everyone's still hearing me? I may have completely lost my internet. No one would know. Okay, Neil says yes. I lost my internet, or you hear me. Interactive. Okay, so Robert said, what about legal pages? This is not a legal pages product. This is a graphics creator for sales pages. So that's basically what it does. It creates graphics for sales pages. Doesn't create legal pages. Legal pages are done with other products. Okay, so moving on. We can create sales pages very, very quickly just by doing the graphics. And you don't have to come up with a whole lot of copy on these. You can put something together that looks really great very quickly, and you don't have to be a wordsmith to do it. Okay, so let's just take a look at something here. All right, so this is an old product of mine. Probably, I think the first version came out 2008, 2009, something like this. WP Auto Poster. Some of you may remember some of these products. But I had another graphics program where, I created this header. You can see the header right here. And I dropped a video in on it, and then I basically did some copy. And then I stuck a little button in here, or a little box actually. And you can use this WordPress plugin if, and then 5 good reasons to buy, and then I basically just did these buttons. Well, in this particular instance, for this particular product, you couldn't go beyond 5 buttons. This particular graphic and this plugin that created this graphic back during the heyday of the internet, it was 5 buttons. So you could do 5, and then you could put your text in here, but you couldn't do any more. And then I sold the product, had some really good feedback, and then I basically put a deal in here that says, here's what some of my previous customers had to say, and I put their testimonials. And then I put another box in here, and I said WP Auto Poster features. Here's what WP Auto Poster version 2 can do for your WordPress blog. So, button 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I created a cute little graphic with a heart on it and said developer rights included. And then that other plugin that I was using created a guarantee. They were all exactly the same. They all had the same look. Looks like a degree, right? You just got a degree from somewhere. But you could never change anything. Well, you could change the text, but that was about it. You couldn't change any of the graphic at all. No, none of the colors. It basically was exactly as you see it with a little text change. But at the time, it worked for me because I didn't want to have to jump through a bunch of hoops, and it was a nice little graphic. And then the buy button, you see this is a Belcher type button. Put it in here, and then there was just a text box in here with their rights, personal and developer rights. Now, I've cheated a little bit, and I've gone ahead and actually done this product. Now, this is an HTML page. So I'm going to show you this works on HTML. So I created a header. And what we're going to do is we're going to compare these. Okay, here's the first product. This is the initial product. You see the text. Attention all WordPress blog content seekers. Finally, there's an auto posting plugin that imports PLR, Google Hot Trends, and RSS feeds to your WordPress blog fast. It's never been so easy. Okay, so that was, it was state-of-the-art graphics at the time, but they look kind of old and dated right now. They don't have any punch to them. You had a few little, squiggly things in here you could do, like an underline, a little pointer, and a circle. This is much more powerful, in my opinion. Attention, all WordPress blog content seekers, then it's underlined. This auto posting plugin imports PLR and RSS. And then I put this in here, import PLR articles and RSS feeds to your WordPress blog fast. It's so easy, guaranteed, and then 2 arrows. Now you just saw me do that in the demo, and this took, a couple of minutes. Then the YouTube videos is exactly the same, so I kept my YouTube in here. So the YouTube is the same. From, and you see now I have some copy. So there's some copy in here, which now I'm using the copy creator right here. This is the module to create the copy. So I put copy in here and I put a couple of lines on it. I wanted a plugin that would post hundreds of PLR articles to my blog. And then I said, if you're looking to save money, then you found the solution. All I did was I took the copy out of here, this is WordPress, so I just copied it. And when I fired the module for Copy Creator, I just essentially pasted it in. So you see, it's exactly the same copy. I was struggling with posting hundreds of private label rights articles. And see, this just looks so much better, in my opinion. And then I put, this block in here. So I put a yellow highlight on this. You can use this WordPress plugin if, well, basically I just put, I used this particular button creator, or bullet creator, excuse me, for this module. You can use this WordPress plugin if, and then I put my bullets down, and you see the blue bullets. They just stand out. Nice colors, nice highlighting, just kind of blends with the overall look of the sales page. And then I kept the testimonials in here. You can see the testimonials are still the same. Drop that in. And then I put WP Auto Poster features, and I put a bullseye. And the features are essentially, now there are 5 bullets in here on the original. And what I did was I added a few more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, we can add up to 15. So we could add more bullets. And then I kept the WP Auto Poster. So that's a graphic. I mean, it's a nice little graphic. I created that with another graphics program. And then I put a guarantee in here, and I said WP Auto Poster version 2 is 100% guaranteed. And I put my neat little bullet in here, yellow background with the red highlight dots, dotted lines. So it stands out. And then I put an add to cart. Now the module I use for this, again, is the button creator. So I created a button. I made this blue, so WP Auto Poster version 2. And then essentially click on the button below to get started for 17. Now the button is not active, but I changed this to yellow and put red text in here, add to cart. And then the 3 credit card icons, PayPal, Visa, MasterCard. And then I put another, for personal and developer rights, which I think looks much more powerful than this blue box. Yes, I mean, it works. It worked back then. It still works, but I don't think it looks as good or is as powerful as this. And I made it yellow so it blends right in, add to cart, goes right in here to yellow, personal and developer rights. And then I put green check marks. And here's your rights. Yes, personal and developer rights included. Yes, add it to your sites. Yes, you can flip websites. No, can sell plugin. Can add as a bonus. Can sell on the Warrior Forum. So that's based, and this is an HTML page. So all I did was create some graphics, and I just dropped them in on the page. How powerful is that? Now, of course, when you're doing this initially and you're kind of getting used to it, it may take a little bit longer than it took me because I've been doing this for a while. But give me your feedback. What do you think? Positive, negative? I'm on the wrong webinar? What the heck are you talking about? Neil says, looks a lot better. Okay. 1 positive. Eva says it works well. Easy to use. Mono says, seems easy to use. Robert. Barry says, looks great. This is good stuff. Sean. Okay. So a lot of positive feedback on this. I mean, if you're doing WordPress sites, it works for that also. Now I'm going to show you a WordPress site in just a second and how fast we can put one of these up in WordPress. But if you're still doing HTML, you have let's just say you go out and you outsource your HTML, or you have a bunch of PLR, and you actually want to use the PLR portion, which is basically the template, right? So you have a template, but the PLR, and you've got the PSD file, so you can change the PLR, but the text, is kind of the giveaway. So if somebody does a copyscape on it, they go, oh yeah, well this product's PLR because the copy matches something that was out there. Well, they can't do a copyscape on a graphic. It's just going to come up as a graphic. It's going to be a PNG, JPEG, whatever your graphic is. Okay, so you could take a PLR product, crank out some text, crank out a header that looks much more powerful, put it on your HTML page, and now it's a PLR product, but it looks totally different. It doesn't look anything like the original PLR product. It may have the same text, but it's a graphic now, and so somebody can copyscape it all they want. It's not going to come up as a duplicate. Okay, so that's one instance. We're going to take a look at Countdown. All right, see, Countdown was made about the same time. You can see the header. I've got a recorded webinar in here and then some text and then some more graphics, and then, here's this offer, and then it's essentially the same sort of product. So let me just log in here. It is WordPress, so we've got to do a little logging in to get into the dashboard. And then we have to go find the page. All right, so the real simple site. We just have a page template, and we have a download page. But you can see right here, if you've never added graphics to WordPress, I'm going to show you how easy it is. Now, I'm not going to create graphics for this because we're already at 9:30, so I'm running a little bit longer. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a graphic that I've already created. So all I'm going to do here, you see the formatting of the site. Okay, so here's the original site. Here's the formatting. So it's sitting inside of this graphical landing page, graphical sales page. All right, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this graphic. And I'm just going to add media here. Now I'm going to add something that, let's see, we created here. I'm just going to add this auto plugin. It's essentially what we did in the last one, but this is really how easy it is to add to WordPress. So we're going to insert in the page. Okay, so there we are. We're going to do an update. And then we're just simply going to refresh the page. Okay, remember this. This is the header, and not the text or anything to do with the product. We're just looking right now at the aesthetics of how it looks, and we're going to refresh. All right, I think this looks so much better. You've got so much more going on. You've got different colors, you've got highlighting. It just carries so much better, I think. That's my personal opinion. You may have another opinion. That's quite all right. Okay, so that's how easy it is to add to WordPress. It's simply just add the graphic, the PNG, and you see it's transparent, and this is a white background, so it completely fits in. You're not going to have any colors showing through. It's basically working right out of the box. You don't have to create a graphic, then go to another product, drop out the background. Hopefully, if you do like lasso or something in Photoshop, you may leave some rings around here or whatever, and so then you got a little halos. You'll see those all the time where people drop out the backgrounds and like drop shadows and stuff. It doesn't get rid of everything. This is clean, looks really clean. Okay, so now this is powerful. WordPress, or excuse me, Warrior sales pages. I hate creating sales pages. Did I mention that? I hate creating sales pages. Well, this sales page for this product was done entirely with Graphix magic. So here's the header. Here is the copy. Here's the bullet list. Another graphic, and then create sales pages fast, and then it's just basically a screenshot of some graphics in the demo. So proof, this entire sales page was designed with a graphics maker only. And then you see the testimonial boxes. Here is a guarantee box. So basically what I did was I took a product and I stuck it into an interface. Now, the original product, you had to join a membership site. You had to log into the membership site. If you did that, the I don't know what the product cost. It was like $37 or something like that, I think, when I bought it a few years ago. And I got rights to this product here recently. But I still had to log into the membership site. I use this all the time. But I'd log in, and now they've started to pitch their other stuff on the membership site. So you log in, you get all these screen pops of their other products, which is fine. Listen, I'm in internet marketing. You're in internet marketing. You're gonna have to run through the gauntlet of one-time offers and screen pop. If that drives you absolutely nuts, you need to go work at Walmart or something, because internet marketing is not for you. It's just that simple. I hate to be that blunt about it, but that's just the case. You're going to have offers in front of your face all the time. But what I didn't want to do is I didn't want to run the gauntlet every single time and have to keep creating these graphics, go back into a membership site. Okay, so there's a lot of problems with that. Many times, if you don't have like RoboForm or some other product that saves your username and password, you just simply forget it, or you forget where the membership site. You buy the product. I'm sure this has never happened to you. It's happened to me many times. You buy the product, you forget where it's located. Where the heck is that product? How do I get back into the membership site? What's my username and password? You know the routine. Well, in this instance, it runs on the desktop. You don't have to worry about it. You just fire it. It fires the product. You create your products, your headlines, your copy, your bullet, button, guarantee, testimonial, save them as PNGs. It's done. So all I did was take this and stick this in a piece of software so you can run it from your desktop. Now here's the beauty of this product. I've also included a rebrander, so you can rebrand the product. You can rebrand the title. You can make it your own. You can force your customers to actually putting in a registration code. Don't use yourregistration.com register, because that's not going to work. You got to put your own registration squeeze page in here. But when somebody opts in to unlock the product, should you pick this product, or if you already own this product, you can simply force them to grab your registration code, which you're going to deliver on an email from your autoresponder. Because if they use a fake email to unlock it, they're not going to get the registration code, which means they're not going to be able to unlock the software with the fake email, right? This is the best case scenario. It's a squeezeless squeeze page. You're forcing them to opt into your list to get access to the product. And that's what you get with my product. Now it is Windows software. And so I said right here, Graphic Magic comes with a complete rebrander. Now, if you want to pick this up, like right now, it's $1.97. It's a 3-day trial, and then it's $9.97 weekly for 4 weeks. And why am I doing the payments like that? Okay, the reason why is because I'm giving you just tons and tons of stuff with it. Now, I'm not going to get into the pitch right now. We're still going to be talking about how Graphic Magic is going to improve your sales page process. So when you create the graphics with this, they will work with WordPress, as we've already seen. They will work with HTML. They work really well with PHP. Now, if you have this product, let me just show you here. It's called EDB. Now, EDB is this product by Jonathan Hammond. It's called Easy Deal Builder, and it creates these really neat coupon, Groupon type pages. So, you've got just social proof on it, and I'm not pitching EDB to you. I'm just showing you how powerful this software works with these kinds of products, these kinds of pages. And I absolutely love this product. I've made tens of thousands, if not well over 6 figures, with just by flipping these sites and putting these sites together. Very easy to do. The problem that I ran into, you see, have 5 tabs. You can have up to a maximum of 5 tabs. What do I put in the tabs? Again, it's writing copy. It's making a sales page. I hated it. Well, now with Graphics Magic, I can create these great little graphics to put in my tabs for easy deal builder. So I go out, I create my video scribe. Everyone has a video scribe program. Whatever it is, you can create your video scribe. You can create your pages. So all I did here was I put introducing, and then I said discover the easiest way, which you've already seen the copy. And then I basically just cut it. It's a graphic, pasted it in for introducing. Now with the creator, I just said, now it's easy to create professional graphics. Create sales page graphics fast. So I used some of the features here, the yellow swipe, circle, the arrows, and then I just simply copied part of the sales page that was already done. And then I said, here's the proof. So I just copied that, dropped it in. So I wasn't doing a whole lot of work here. It's just simply copy and paste. And then I say it's a Windows app, which, I have to do a little work here because I have to actually take pictures of the Windows app. Okay, so this is hard. I'm going to show you exactly what I did. I fired Snagit. I went like this. I clicked on the little camera thing and okay, there it is. Well, there's my image. I save it down as a PNG and I'm done. I know that, you may be looking for something that's a lot harder than that. If that's the case, then this is probably not the product for you. Okay, again, Graphix Magic runs as a Windows desktop app. Macs, Linux guys, sorry, doesn't work. But so I just dropped this in. I took my screenshots. Here's the initial screen pop on Windows. Here is my modules creator product, which fires, and then you can create products. And then I give an example of, one of the modules, which is the headline module. Then I put down here again, Windows software, Windows compatible, and then my guarantee. And I think everyone can guess where my guarantee came from. It took about, I don't know, 10 seconds because I actually had to pick a guarantee icon here, and then I had to type this out. My products are always 100% guaranteed. So that's basically this is a PHP script, and this just goes to show you that how powerful this product is for just dropping in real easy graphics on these tabs and making this page just really pop, really look good. Very professional. And I'm not a professional graphics person. I mean, I'm a product creator, but I don't profess to know. I know Photoshop. I don't like to go in just like anyone else. And I love Photoshop for the fact you can do layers and you can change stuff out. That's basically all I use. It's a $700 program, and all I do is I change out some wording on some of my PSD files. Well, that's crazy money to do because I know nothing really about Photoshop other than being able to do that, and I can compile some ebooks and stuff like that. But I don't hardly ever use it. I want something that I can just click on real fast, create something without having to fire this big old huge program, go in, mess with it. Because if you were to do a graphic like this in Photoshop, I don't know. I'm just guessing with all the highlights and the text and everything. If you're really a Photoshop expert, you could probably knock this out in 15 minutes. Take me an hour. Just to do this, take about 5 minutes with Graphix Magic. Okay. Any questions, concerns, comments? Rick says, can you get to Albuquerque from here? Absolutely. Just up the road. I go straight out of Phoenix up to 40, hang a right. All right. Jerome says, brain dead easy way to create professional sales pages. Paul says, absolutely awesome. Eva says, great product. Any other concerns, comments? Anyone in the wrong webinar? I mean, I just like to check every once in a while. I find somebody that's, oh, I got the wrong webinar. All right, so Paul says he's already got some new ideas for products using this. Absolutely awesome. Plus, you get the rebrander, so you can rebrand, resell, give away, blow your list out of the water. Powerful, powerful product. Okay, guys, let me, now we get into the pitch fest. No, it's not going to be a pitch fest. All right, so you get PLR rights to the product. If you haven't picked up the product by now, it's $1.97. $1.97. Well, it's a 3-day trial, and then it's $9.97 for 4 weeks. Well, what do you get for the 4 weeks? I'm going to put the link to the page out here because I know that you're all jumping through hoops to go out there and get it. Okay, so basically, what I'm offering in this is you're going to get 4 weeks of live sales page creation training from moi. That's Spanish for me. Well, maybe it's not Spanish, but it is me. Okay, so that's what your $9.97 per week. Save your money from Mickey D's, or don't buy your Frappa Cappuccino, and you know, get some great training. So every week you're going to get training in a live webinar, 1 hour every week. You'll be able to ask me questions. I know you're all going to be just fired up, going out, producing your own products, and you're going to run into some problems. And you're going to go, hey, guy, what do I do here? And you'll have me on a call so you can ask questions. So it's like group coaching, but it's $9.97 a week. And I'm going to be dripping out more content and training over that 4-week period. All right. Well, I'm going to save the 4-week bonus. That'll be our icing on the cake. Okay, so for the 4 weeks, the first week for $1.97, you're going to get Graphix magic with the rebrander. Week 2, you're going to get a live training session. We're going to talk about live sales page creation. I'll have a mind map. You'll be able to ask me questions. I'll talk about creating sales pages. I'll be using Graphic Magic to do it. And you're going to be able to get to sell the rebrander. So that little rebrander that you get with the product for the $1.97, you can't sell that. You have no rights to that. Well, in week 2, I give you rights to it. So you can sell the brander now. So you have your own software product and you can sell the brander. I mean, what's that worth? That's got to be worth more than $9.97. I mean, brand software, it's your own software. You sell the brander. Okay, that's week 2. Week 3, we're getting the live training, right? So everyone knows we get the live training, but you're going to be able to get an exact replica of this Graphics Maker Easy Deal Builder site. Plus, you're going to get 8 other deals. Now, there's a whole bunch of deals in here where these deals are not going to be the deals you're going to get. I'm just showing you what the deal page looks like. You're going to be able to get 9 deals total. So you'll get the Graphics Maker deal and then 8 other deals. And this comes in an Easy Deal Maker. Now, can you sell the Easy Deal Builder script? No. But you can sell, I mean, you can't pull the script out and sell the standalone script, but you can sell the deals page. You can sell your Graphics Maker page, which will be this page, and the 8 other deals, you can go flip them. I mean, if you had no traffic, no revenue, you paid $9.97 for the product, you can go over to Flippa and products with no revenue, no traffic, sell anywhere from $50 to $200. I've seen some of them go for up to $497. Now, that's the exception. Now, I'm a site flipper. I'm a super seller on Flippa. I sold over $250,000 worth of websites. I kind of know what I'm talking about in flipping sites. It's one of my models. This is a powerful product. You can sell this all day long. So you get an exact replica of the site. Okay, so that'll be week number 3. Week number 4, you get PLR rights to the complete site, which means I'm going to give you all the PSDs for the headers, so you can change out the headers if you want. You're going to get 5 videos that you can put in here. So this this video scribe with Anna in here. There's 4 more videos, so you'll be able to mix and match, put them out, sell them, flip them, whatever you want to do. And you'll get complete PLR rights to the site. That's very powerful. So you'll have your own easy deal builder site that you can change the header, you can change the colors of it, you can change the background, you can do whatever you want from the admin panel. And we're going to go over that. We'll go over the training so you're not lost. You'll know exactly what to do. And you get that. But now this is the great part, in my opinion. On week 4, my bonus, I'm going to give you a WordPress clone that's going to include InstaBuilder 2, the latest version of InstaBuilder. So you're going to get the WordPress clone. Now, if you know anything about me, I love WordPress clones. I produce a ton of them. I've done hundreds of them, probably thousands of them since I finally first found Backup Buddy. So you're going to get a WordPress clone. It's going to have my security plugins in it, which is Backup Buddy, iTheme Security Pro, WordFence, and it's going to have InstaBuilder 2. If you know anything about InstaBuilder 2, you know that it's a very powerful plugin. I have developer rights to it. And we're going to go over, we're going to give you the sales funnel functionality of InstaBuilder 2. So you'll be able to create funnels just by clicking a button, excuse me, clicking a button, creating a funnel with InstaBuilder 2. You can create sales pages, whatever you want to do. And you'll have the graphics maker, so you can just drop your graphics in, but you'll have InstaBuilder 2, which creates really great squeeze pages, opt-in pages, sales pages if you want to do that. Very powerful. It'll be in a WordPress clone, and so you'll get access to that. That's in what I've been selling that for is $97 to $197 for that product. You're going to get that for that $997 price point for 4 weeks. Okay, so that's basically the product offering. We've gone over. There's really not a whole lot more that I can say about Graphix magic. I mean, it's very powerful. You've seen it. You've seen it work. It's so easy that I actually had to come up with stuff to kind of pad the webinar. I'm going like, well, you know, I can create these things in like 5 minutes. What do I do to fill in the rest of the time? But you guys have made it worthwhile. Okay, questions, concerns, comments? All right. Paul says, you got to be poco loco en cabeza not to see the potential of this product. He's already purchased. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it. Sean says, is there a recording of this? Not yet. The recording will be after it compiles, and then I'll send out an email saying, hey, here's the recording. If you missed the live version, here's the recording. Over in the chat box, Eva, is the link. So it should be over in the chat box. Does everyone see the link over there to the Warrior Forum offer? Is it only me that sees it? Is the chat not going out to everyone? I'll put it in again. Okay, sent that to the entire audience. Everyone should get a copy of that link, hopefully. Okay, Sean's saying he doesn't see it. All right. You can also pick it up through the original link, which is Graphic Magic. I'm not sure if this is... No, that's the wrong thing. You're going to have to get it through the WSO page. I'll send this to everyone. I'll send the link. So don't worry. It's not a time sensitive. There's no scarcity on this. So I'm not running a false scarcity scheme. So I'll send out the link to everyone. You'll be able to pick it up. So Neil says he can't come up with any questions for a product that's really so easy to use. Wow. That's a huge testimonial. Oh, by the way, I didn't I didn't mention this. I thought this was pretty cool. I actually gave this to some folks to try, and then I asked for feedback. And the ones that gave me really bad feedback, I didn't put out here. But here's David Cisneros, offline expert, former USC Trojan. So he basically did the featured testimonial, used the product, created his own testimonial. Eric did the same thing. And then Phil just went bonkers. So he created a whole sales page testimonial thing here. Time is money. How much are you wasting? So he put this whole thing together, and then he stuck it down here. He says, I highly recommend Graphix Magic, and then put his guarantee on it. And then some other people just gave me quotes, which I just stuck down in here. So, you get, we've got some really good testimonials on the product. It's a very powerful product, and it will take your ramp up time to produce sales pages and just completely, just reduce it down to minutes versus however long it takes you now, which I don't know. Takes me a long time. Eva says she can't hear anymore. Am I not transmitting? Neil says it's her. Okay. Paul says fine. Jerome says I hear you. Okay, so it's not me. It's Memorex. Okay, Judy says amazing deal. Any other questions, concerns, comments? Or is everyone good? Just looking forward to our first training session. Okay, the training is going to be on Fridays at 1 o'clock every Friday for 4 weeks. So starting tomorrow, so that would be the 12th, 1 o'clock Los Angeles time. So Pacific Standard, whatever Pacific is on, so LA time, because Arizona is on the same time as LA. We don't change our time zones, which is really confusing for everyone that lives here. So in the spring and summer, we're on the same time as LA. In the fall and winter, we're on mountain time, so we jump an hour. But that's only for us. We're the only ones confused. You guys are fine. So it's going to be 3 hours if you're on East Coast. 1 o'clock my time, 3 hours difference for New York or East Coast time. All right, so every Friday, 4 consecutive weeks, 1 o'clock, 1 hour, we'll have our training sessions. And then starting next week, you'll get your second product rollout, which is going to be your master resale rights to the desktop software product. Okay, so you'll be able to sell the brander. Very powerful. And we'll talk about how to, put all that together and how to kind of package it up. You can ask me questions. I'm live. Okay, so that's basically it. Starting tomorrow, we're going to launch out. I hope to see everyone on the call. If you can't make it, all the sessions will be recorded. I'll put them in the membership site so you'll have access. After these, finish, I have to compile them. Go to webinar. I've got to compile it, and then I've got to change it from the WMV file over to MP4. So that takes a little while. And then I usually, if go to webinars works and everything's fine with them, it usually takes a half a day or so to get everything done because it takes 100% computing time to compile these things. And then I send out an email to everybody on the group, and I say, okay, if you missed the live webinar, there's good news. The replay is available, and I send you the link so you can log back in. You can take a look at the product. Anything we talked about, go over it, refresh it, hang out, stroll, whatever you want to do in the membership site. Thank you, Robert. Just purchased. Looking forward to the training. He says, I find your training some of the best I ever had. Well, being totally modest, my training is the best you've ever had. And that's, I mean, totally modest there. Jerome says, hop, skip. Yeah, hope, skip, and jump, but he really meant hop, skip, and jump into the membership site. Okay, guys, are we good? Everyone copacetic? Oh, we actually ended up about 4 minutes short of the hour, which is, I usually go over. But Hugh says, awesome. Paul says, already working on a new product. Perfect. Guys are great. Thanks a lot for being my customers. And I really appreciate my customers. I just want to tell you that. Thanks for buying my products. I want to give you great value, and I know that this product will do a lot for you. Mono Sam Crow, you the best in the whole world, essay. That's it. All right, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. When the webinar is compiled and ready to go, we'll send out an email, and then we'll see everyone. If you can make it live, I'm going to say this again, tomorrow at 1 o'clock Los Angeles time, live on the webinar. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate your business, appreciate your time, and we'll see those of you that have purchased on the webinar training tomorrow.